He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Bain, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Gadget Professor. My name is Don Bain and I am the Gadget Professor. Of course I'm not in the studio, everybody can tell that. I'm actually in my home studio and I'm in the process of rebuilding this up. It's a long, slow process, but everybody is away on business and I cannot record the Gadget Professor in the studio alone because I need Wildman Mike. And he's actually in Florida as we speak. So I'm going to attempt to put out an episode today. We are on episode number 94. So if you're new to the Gadget Professor, we have 94 episodes to catch up on. If we think that you're watching this one, then you only have 93 episodes to catch up on. And of course, it's easy to subscribe to the Gadget Professor Show. Everybody knows how to do that by now. You're going to go to the Gadget Professor homepage at thegadgetprofessor.com. There's a subscribe button that will bring this show right to you on your iTunes. Also, you can email me at any point in time at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com, and I will be happy to respond. Now, let's not forget that promo code for the Mobio show that we did last week, we've gotten fairly good response. Remember, they're still offering free shipping, and if you go to the Gadget Professor's promo page, you could still use that same code, which is TGP, all lowercase, the Gadget Professor, TGP, and that will get you free shipping off all the products at Mobio, and they are really cool things, so I think you'll enjoy that, and that's hellomobio.com, so certainly check that out. Well, it's been a crazy week here, and as you know, for the last several weeks I've been talking about security and hacking and all that stuff, and certainly it was in the headlines this week. You've heard of these two companies, Apple and Facebook. They were hacked, and everybody's pumping that cloud and everything, but I'm telling all my Gadget Professor fans that you really want to have your own server with encryption on that. I'm so afraid today to use an outside server as secure as they are if Apple's getting hacked and Facebook, and that's not bad enough. On the headlines, at least today, and I think all the newspapers across the country, we see that China's actually hacking into our government computers and a lot of our businesses and stealing our intellectual property. So it's a real problem, this cyber terrorism, and if we don't take precautions and the government doesn't take precautions, it's really going to affect the country negatively. So for what it's worth, just keep an eye on what you're doing, literally. So today we have an interesting episode. I'm going to do things a little backwards, primarily because I think I'm in the home studio and it might be easier for me, but in general I'm thinking of changing the format of the Gadget Professor, and we're going to do, I think, the gadget of the day first, and then we'll certainly go back into the free software and free apps, which I have a lot of for you this week. So people may not know, but a long time ago, a couple months ago actually, I bought the Seagate Plus backup drive, which I loved. And quite frankly, I still love them, but I'm having a lot of problems with them. This is my third drive. And essentially how these work is, obviously you plug this in. This is a 1 terabyte drive. They're about $68, $78 pretty much anywhere today. They come in 3 colors, 3 flavors, blue, red, and white. And I think they have a gray too. In any event, I put some information on it. I used it 3 times, and then what happens is the little light, which you may or may not see here, I don't have it plugged in, but it's right here, just stays on, which means the drive is dead. So I was annoyed, but I did have it backed up. So these are warranted for 3 years. I had this first one for, I think, about a month. Called Seagate. They were very nice. They apologized. They essentially sent me a new one. Took about a week. I got a new one. I sent the old one back. Used the new one for about 3 days. Bam, same thing. It just froze and I couldn't access the data at all, no matter what I did. So I was annoyed at this point. They sent me the second drive that they sent me. I still had information on it that I wanted to get off. I had it backed up. They sent me a new one. I sent back the old one. This is the third drive in my hand. believe it or not, this went dead on me. Now, I'm not dropping them. I'm not playing football with them. They're sitting here on my desk. I might have used this 4 times. It died. Same thing. And this time I was pretty aggravated, and I called Seagate again. They were very nice. And what they did is they sent me a new insert piece. They thought that maybe this was bad. So what that looked like was it's a USB 3 piece. So they sent this to me at no charge, and actually I've got to send this back because this didn't help me either. But this was a cool device. I was kind of glad that I got to at least look at it. They sent me a new piece. Instead of USB 2, this is USB 3. So all that happens with this is, where did I put that drive? It doesn't take long to lose it. Okay, so this essentially will fit inside here, like so. And this makes it USB 3. Works the same way, but it's faster because it's USB 3. That didn't work. But what I noticed on the bottom of the box, not that I used it, was this stupid thing, right? This is the front. I didn't even know this piece was here. Here it is here. So when I opened this up, what I found inside this, which I have no use for, but if you order the USB 3, if you want to be daring and still try a Seagate drive, they had this little piece. And I hadn't seen one of these, but I guess it's common. This slides into the slot on your laptop, like that, and then it converts it to a USB 3 that you probably could see right about there. So that comes with it, but that's, I think it's like 40, 50 bucks. So in any event, I'm thoroughly disgusted with these Seagate backup drives. If you pull this off, you can use this in a Series 4 Pogo plug or on a direct wire connection to a IDA, whatever, can't remember, a direct connect. But that didn't work either. So this is going back, and I did manage to talk them into sending me the gadget of the day. I just tried it out about an hour ago, and believe it or not, it works. Today's gadget of the day is going to be the Wireless Plus the Wireless Plus Drive, the Wireless Plus Drive, which is right here. Now, this is also 1 terabyte. This sells for 200 bucks list, whereas the backup drive sold for, as I said, 100 bucks list, but you could find it anywhere for 68, 78 bucks. I don't think these have come down in price. They're still about 200 bucks. If you can get one for less, that's great. So they were very nice at Seagate, I have to admit that. They sent me one of these simultaneously when they sent the plugs for the other drive. So what this will do that the other one won't is this is a wireless drive that will actually stream video, audio, documents, and photographs to my Bluetooth device, which could be my Android cell phone, or it could be my Nexus 7 or my iPad, whatever, anything that's wireless. You download for free the Seagate Media applet. It's free. You can download it and put it on your iPad. You can put it on your Android. I have a Nexus 7 that I'm going to demo for you. So you load this app down, and it's free. And the way this drive works, this is a 1 terabyte drive, and it has 2 lights on it. You can see them here. And one's green and one's blue. So there's a little on and off switch here, and I'm going to turn that off. And when it's off, you can't see any lights on. Now, that means it's off. So what you do not realize is there's a little trap door that actually comes apart on the bottom of this, and here it is here. So this comes off, and now you get, just like the other backup plus drive, you get your connector here, and this actually turns this into a device that you could plug into your computer and load your movies or your photos or your documents, your information onto this drive. At that point, when you have what you want on here, and you can back up your files, whatever you want, you're essentially going to pull this off and you put this piece back on. And really, this is meant to travel with you. Hopefully it will be better made. And this basically can go in your pocket. It's not that big. And what this will do is when you're on the plane or in your hotel or wherever you are, this will actually stream. It has its own network. I'll show you how it works. This will actually stream from this hard drive to 7 different devices all at the same time. So I can watch a movie, someone else can watch a movie, and pick off what you want on the menus in here. And it works quite well. I was pleasantly surprised. So we're actually going to turn this on, and as I said, that's on this little black switch here. You can see it right there. And I'm going to turn it on, and you'll see these lights light up. So there it goes. Now that first light you can't see is green, and that would be on this side. And you might be able to see this light over here, sorry, is going to be blinking blue. Right now it's solid blue, but there it goes. It went off. Now it's on. This takes about a minute to boot up. And inside this is a wireless network circuitry, essentially, that makes us its own wireless network. So what's going to happen is, like, if you're in your home and you're on your Wi-Fi, you can pick up Wi-Fi all throughout the house. And you might call your Wi-Fi, like I call mine, the Gadget Professor. So anybody in the neighborhood who goes on their Wi-Fi, a powerful signal, they'll see the Gadget Professor. They can't get on because, of course, it's encrypted. So this is going to send out its own Wi-Fi signal, and it can be called Seagate, whatever it names it. And now this is solid blue and green. You can't see the colors in this facility, but one's green, one's blue, and it's solid blue, which means this is on, it's running. This will last for 10 hours, or so they claim, 10 hours. If I fly from Arizona back to Boston, that's a 6-hour flight, so I'm good to go. So now this is broadcasting essentially its own network, and now I can take my Nexus 7, which is right here, and I'm going to turn that on. There it is. And you can't see this, but there's a little button here that says Seagate Media. This is that applet, that free applet that I was telling you about. I click it. I better click it this way because it won't work. And now it says Seagate, and it's going to log right on to that drive. And essentially what's going to happen is I'm going to get a menu of whatever I just put on that drive. Now, usually it comes up, bam, you see all the videos that are on there. And it's not doing it right now. And the reason it's not doing it is because, remember I said that this drive is actually putting out a wireless signal. So what I need to do is go into my Nexus unit, turn off the Wi-Fi that I'm receiving from the house, or for wherever I'm receiving the Wi-Fi, and find that Wi-Fi signal that this is putting out, which is, I think, called Seagate. I'll tell you in a second, and connect it to this own circuit. So I won't have internet capability anymore because I'm totally on that remote drive. So let me get the old Glassaronis on, and I will get out of this, go into settings. I'll go into Wi-Fi, and there it is, Seagate Wireless 8WF it's called. There's a list of all my immediate networks that are in the area here. So I'm going to click that and say connect. And right now it's saying it's connecting to the drive, and every time you turn this drive off, or you turn your Nexus off, your machine off, you need to reconnect the two or it won't work. So right now it says I'm connected, and now I'm going to go back and I'll show you. I'm going to hit this media button here, Seagate Media, and now you'll see it will instantly, I hope, there it goes, boom, it goes right on to the videos that I have there, and there are quite a few videos that are here, and they can be movies. I can have photos on here, and you can pick whatever you want. So I'm going to just pick here one movie. I just clicked that. It's a little clip from the desert, and there you go. Some shots of Arizona. So there's a movie that's being streamed by the drive, and it's high def. It looks great. No skipping, no buffering, no nothing. It just works flawless. So I am real pleased with that. I'm going to turn this off now. I also had this hooked up, by the way. You're wondering why I got that great sound. I had that hooked up to my jam box through Bluetooth. So this would be kind of fun to bring on the plane, bring your jam box and bring your Nexus, and you can the whole plane can watch a little movie on this thing. So this works quite well. I'm pleased with it. I haven't tested out the battery life yet, but so far the Seagate Wireless Plus Drive is working quite well for the Gadget Professor. I'll keep you tuned in. I'm still bummed out about the other one, but I don't know why. I just don't know why. Seagate told me that it's highly unusual to have 3 drives fail, and I agree. But I also Googled it and realized that I wasn't the only one. If you Google can't get into Seagate Backup Plus Drive or light keeps flashing, you'll see I'm not the only one that has that. So maybe there's a bad batch. I don't know. I do know other people that have that drive and they're having no problems with it. So that said, I have to admit that Seagate was wonderful in the way they conducted themselves. They were very polite, and the truth of the matter is this baby was about $200 list, and the other one was about $100 list, so they gave me $100 more value. Not that I was trying to rob them or whatever, but they were very nice about it, and they said, why would you want to continue with Seagate? And I said, the truth of the matter is, actually right underneath my desk here, I have about 8 bays of Seagate drives, 2, 3, 4 terabytes that I've been using for a couple years and have never had a problem. So in general, I think they make a good product. I think I just happen to be lucky and get a bad, I just bumped my Nexus, that's what that is. I just bumped the switch. So it's running another movie. Let me turn that off. Hey, when you're on live TV, this is what happens here. There we go. Okay, I'll put that out of the way. By the way, I think I should point out that, I could take my cell phone and I can go right into my cell phone. I have the Samsung Galaxy S3, and I can go right into that, which I'll do just to show you. And here's that same Seagate Media button. I don't know if I'm still connected. Let's see. No. So again, I'll go into settings. I think it will be interesting just to see how this works on the phone. So settings, Wi-Fi. It doesn't see that drive at all. So hit scan. There it is. Seagate Wireless Drive. Connect. So I'm off the network. I can't connect to the internet now because my network is being supplied by this drive, and now it says it's connected. And now I will go back in and find that media button here. Here it is, Seagate Media. I will click that, and let's see if it finds it now. There we go. I don't have this hooked up to the Jambox, but now I'm streaming to my phone, and I could still have a movie playing on my Nexus 7. So this works quite well, and I am very impressed with it. Again, it's about $200. It's made by Seagate, and I think you will like it. And at this point, we will go back to our regularly scheduled broadcast, and we'll take a look at some freebies this week. And I have a lot of stuff for you, so hold on, and let's take a look at what we got this week. For free this week, there's always something for free brewing here at the Gadget Professor Show. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, you can still use that promo code for the Mobio folks. That would be TGP, the Gadget Professor. So if you go to hellomobio.com and go to order the grip, the go, or the pivot, they are heavy and they will cost you some money if you have them shipped to you. But if you use the code TGP, when you order them at Hello Mobio, you will get free shipping. You will like the products, and I know you will thank me for them. And believe me, folks, I don't make 1 cent on this. Now, I have been toying around with this thing called RebelMouse. It's a beta, and it is a social media front page aggregator. And essentially, it took me a while to figure out what it is and what it does, but I am really liking it. This is what my page will look like, or does look like, on RebelMouse. And hopefully this week, if not this week, next week for sure, I'll have a follow me on RebelMouse button, like you don't get enough of the Gadget Professor as it is. But what this does is it takes all my posts and creates a beautiful web page on everything that I've been doing every day of the week. So this will show you a lot of the photographs that I've taken if you're interested in that stuff. This one here is one I shot out of a plane of a sunset on my way back from Boston to Phoenix a couple weeks ago. I really like that shot. Here's one of a monster storm blowing its way into Arizona. Here's an old wagon wheel. Here's a sunny day in Arizona. So there's a lot of interesting photographs. I think they're interesting. You also will be able to keep up with my news and tech news of the day, the things that I put on Twitter. And again, you can always follow me at Gadget Professor on Twitter. And here's a picture of that damn drive that I had. That's the first drive that no, that's the second drive that I had. So we know that we're on our third one. So anyway, check out RebelMouse. And again, you can sign up with a Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Google and have a free account, and you can play around with it. I kind of like it. Now, this next particular web page, again, totally free, a website. I have a friend named Mr. Robertruder, and he will, I know, enjoy this page. It's pictures of famous people from all over the place, and it's photographs that you won't see typically anywhere else. I don't know where they dug some of these up. They're like personal photographs, but it's a fascinating, very interesting site. And I spent a good 20-25 minutes just looking through these. Some of these photographs are absolutely fascinating. Here's one of Alfred Hitchcock and Sean Connery in 1964. So you'll get a kick out of this. I know you will. So check that out, and I think you will like it. Now, if you're using the Windows platform and you have things plugged into it, whether it's hard drives or microphones or whatever it may be, and it's running slow or weird, you may want to see if you have the latest driver updates, because they change those all the time, especially if you're on Windows 7 and you've upgraded. You want to make sure that you have the latest drivers so everything functions properly. So to do that, you would use a program called DriverMax, again, totally free. And you download this, and it will scan your system, see what drivers are old, and it will tell you where to get the new ones and install them for free. So that is a good program to have. And of course, you want to always back up your older drivers first before you use any kind of program like that. Another program that's been around, I think, forever, ladies and gentlemen, is called Glary Utilities. This is supposedly the number one free and powerful all-in-one utility for cleaning your Windows PC. It boosts your PC speed, it fixes frustrating errors, crashes, and freezes, and it protects your privacy. It will wipe out sensitive internet and chat history, and that's something you may want to consider to do. Totally free. They just updated this February 4th, and I think you will very much like this program. I have used this for many, many years, and it's pretty cool stuff. Totally free. Again, if you're having problems with your computer, it's running slow, you think you have a virus on it, you don't know what's going on, you may want to check this out. Again, totally free. Advanced System Care 6, the real performance booster for your registry, your system, and the internet. This optimizes, cleans, and fixes all kinds of PC problems with just one click. You see this Smart Scan button here? Boom, you click that. It's going to detect and remove spyware and adware, and it's trusted by over 150 million users worldwide. Totally free, brand new version just came out. It works on Vista XP and 2000. I don't know why you'd be using those products at this point. Maybe some of you people are still on XP, but I think Windows 7 is much better. But anyway, check this out. I think you'll like it. Now, I had Joel write us a letter to the Gadget Professor, and it was like 2 sentences. Dear Gadget Professor, like your show, but I can't find a website that you had for free books. I think it was called Book Sitter. Well, Joel, it's not called Book Sitter. It's called Free Book Sifter. That's why you couldn't find it. So it's freebooksifter.com, and you'll find your book there. And I was looking it over, and it's a pretty strange site there, Joel. I don't know what you're reading in that, but whatever. There it is. There's the name. Now, this week I came across a great buy, so I will bring it to your attention. This is offered by Newegg, and there's a code. I'll put this in the show notes. I don't know if they're still available by the time you're listening to this episode, but right now you can get an Ethernet starter kit for $30 from Newegg. And this company, TP-Link, makes a great product. Essentially, these are 2 units that you get. One plugs into the wall, and then the Ethernet cable plugs from the unit into your router. And then the other unit can go up to 900 feet anywhere in your house in another room, and you plug that into the wall, and you plug your Ethernet cable there and the other end into your device. So essentially, if you have a bedroom and the Wi-Fi isn't just reaching that far and you wish you had a way to get Ethernet into the room, this is the puppy that will do it, and it works quite well. I have used these in the past, and they're great. And last but not least, folks, we have come up with the iTunes Pick of the Week. It's a free applet. You download it for free on iTunes. It's called Line, L-I-N-E. And with this, there's no limits. Essentially, what you can do is make phone calls and send out what they call emoji messages as much as you want. Essentially, what you're doing is you're using the Wi-Fi capabilities that are in your house or wherever you are. If you don't have Wi-Fi, this won't work. But most people have Wi-Fi, and you can make calls that won't take up your minutes because you're using the Wi-Fi. And there's all kinds of fun stickers. The kids will certainly get a kick out of it. And it's something that you just might want to check out on your iPhone because it is free and it is functional. And last but not least, we will show you the page where the Wire Plus Drive that we demoed earlier in this episode, where you can get that, all the poop on that, and it's Wireless Plus from Seagate. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this week's Gadget Professor. It's been a challenge recording from my home studio. I should have this pretty much perfected in the next 2-3 weeks, so I'll be able to record from the home or from the studio. But, you know, I love working in the studio. It's so much easier. You know, I have all the guys there, and they are in the control room, and they're doing the special effects and bringing in the videos and the audios. It makes it so much easier for me. But I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. So long from the Gadget Professor.
The Gadget Professor is produced by Don Bain, Multimedia Communications, LLC. If you would like your product reviewed on The Gadget Professor or would like to appear on The Gadget Professor, contact us via email at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. The opinions expressed on the program by the host, guests, call-in listeners, or chatters are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them. And thank you for watching The Gadget Professor.